All right, so you may remember a couple of weeks ago, actually a couple of months ago now, I did a smoked mac and cheese at home, and I promised you that we were going to do a lot more cooking related stuff here at camp this year. And I apologize, we haven't been making a lot of videos, but it's been kind of busy. But tonight we are going to make smoked mac and cheese, this time over the fire. You may recall last time we did this, I had a couple of cheeses and I had put them in the freezer. These have been in the freezer since about 7 o'clock this morning. They're pretty hard. So we're going to get these opened up and we're going to put them in the pan. And this is going to be a little bit more difficult than the last time I made smoked mac and cheese, because at home I had the computer controlled smoker. Here I just have a fire. And this is going to get interesting because frankly, I don't know if this is going to end up as one pan or two. I do have another pan. These are a lot shallower than I thought they were when I bought them, but whatever. We'll make it work. So the first part of smoking mac and cheese is to smoke mac and cheese. That was a mild cheddar I'd put in. Here's a pepper jack. And then, of course, Stephanie, when she makes our mac and cheese, doesn't put cream cheese in. But I find that, at least in this case, it helps. So we're going to put in 1 block of cream cheese. And again, it's frozen, which will help with getting it out of the container. And the reason I freeze them, if you don't remember from the last time I made mac and cheese, is to give it more time to absorb that smoke without actually melting. Because as you can see, I've got 3 cheeses in here, and they're pretty much taking up the entirety of the tin. So that doesn't leave a whole lot of room for noodles and heavy whipping cream. So my thought is we're going to smoke these, and then I'll probably have them, put them in this pan, and then do the rest of it in 2 pans. But we've got our cheeses in here. What we're going to do now is we're going to take our aluminum foil, and I ripped off a pretty big piece on purpose, and I'm going to just very lightly cover it. I'm not actually going to anchor it down because I want to encourage that smoke from the fire to get into the pans. So this is more of a just to hold the smoke down. So let's go over to the fire now. Now this is going to be interesting to get this onto the tripod because there's not a whole lot of room. I think what I'm going to have to do is fold this over just a little more than I want to get it on there. And you might be wondering, Travis, why don't you just use that nice grate you have off to the side there? I want it further away from the fire so that it doesn't turn into a big melty mess right away, or a big scorched mess. So you can see I opened this up just a little bit to encourage the smoke to get in there. And we're going to just leave this sit over this real low fire for a couple of hours, and we should get a nice smoke ring in there. And for you guys, it's a jump cut. 10 seconds at most. Maybe I'll put an ad spot in here. This video brought to you by Bug Spray. I don't know. But we'll be back in a couple of hours once this has had a chance to absorb some of that smoke. All right, so it's been maybe an hour. I've been peeking, and I want to show you something. Come here. First of all, you'll notice we put the other tray upside down. That was to try and slow this, but look at that smoke that's being integrated into that melting cheese. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this back off. We're going to go back over to the picnic table, and I'm going to come back and get the empty pan, and I'm going to kind of have this cheese, put half of it in one pan, half in the other, add some heavy whipping cream to it, and then we're going to put it back on this fire and hopefully slow it enough that I can make a nice melty creamy cheese that we then add the noodles to. So we're going to take this off, come on over here, and while I'm getting the other pan, I'll let the camera operator get you a nice glory shot of all that cheesy goodness. Check that out. I don't know about you, but that looks really good. Tripping over the dogs. Yeah. All right, so look at this smoke ring in here. Look at how gooey that cream cheese is. We're just going to go like this. And I'm going to take about half the cheddar. And about half the pepper jack. And now I'm going to just kind of mix this together over here. And you'll notice it's still kind of not super melty, and that's okay. Because at this point, we're just trying to get some smoke flavor into this. So we're going to just kind of leave that like this, and we'll do the same thing here. And like I said, I want to make kind of a cheese sauce out of this yet. So we're going to leave those two there. I'm going to put my spoon there, and then we're going to grab our heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to put about half in each of these. And this will give us that liquid that we need in order to get this more of a runny texture. Once we start to get that texture, then I'll worry about seasoning. But for now, it's about making the sauce. Making sauce takes time. I don't want you to think this is a quick and easy done thing. When I make cheese sauce at home in the crock pot, it's an all-day thing because the crock pot's on low and it's slowly adding ingredients and trying to make sure that things don't burn. So that's what we have to do here. And I do have some milk if we need to give it a little bit more moisture, especially now that I lost some. So we're going to take this over here and carefully put it on. I'm going to grab the other one and carefully get that on as well. Ooh, we might need a little more room. All right, we're going to call that as cozy as we can get. And just like before, we're going to throw our tin foil over the top, both to keep forest type products out of our food, but also to hold that heat in and trap that smoke. And I think I'm going to need one more piece of foil, so give me a second to get this on. And we'll throw one more piece on there. And again, we're going to let that sit for probably an hour. I'll probably stir it a couple times just to keep an eye on it, make sure it's not scorching or anything. But at this point, it's back to the hurry up and wait phase. So for you, it's another jump cut. For me, hopefully it doesn't rain. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, it's time for the grand reveal. Wait, there's no noodles in there. That's not mac and cheese. Well, duh, we still got to finish it. But we have the sauce. And it's time to add a few ingredients. Like, for example, what's mac and cheese without hot dogs? And because noodles need some moisture to cook, we're going to add some milk to each of these. How much? Oh, about that much. And just to help with the moisture, a little bit of water. Stir this up real quick here. You've made hot dog cheese soup. Yes, I have. Don't worry, the noodles will absorb it. Now this is a slight variation of our normal mac and cheese that we make at home. And I say slight because really the only difference is at home we use the oven and we have one pan, and Stephanie doesn't use cream cheese. She uses just heavy cream. Right now they each have about 1/4 to 1/3 of a box in them. We'll stir that up and see what it looks like here. That looks about right to me. What do you think? Should I put a few more in?
That one maybe.
Okay. Face full of smoke here.
Because at home I use a 16-ounce box.
Do you?
I use the whole box.
If you can't hear, because Stephanie's not wearing a mic, at home she uses a whole 16-ounce box. I think that's a 32-ounce box, or a 24, so yeah, I'll put a few more noodles in each of them.
Yeah. Might as well.
This is a 32-ounce box. So I've got as much noodles in as you use. But we'll put a few more in just for good measure. Make sure everybody's in the moisture. Time to cover them back up. And then wipe my eyes because they're running. Thank you, smoke. Remember, again, I'm not going for super tight because I do want the smoke to get in there. And in case you're wondering, no, we have never actually made mac and cheese this way. So you're coming along for the ride on the inaugural attempt. Now we just need to get the noodles cooked, and I think it'll be time to eat. So we'll fast forward for you and see you on the other side. All right, truth be told, we've already eaten. We ate one pan and part of this one, but I smoothed it out just to make it look good for the final video. It's turned out really good. In fact, a friend of ours that's here in the campground swung by and, of course, had to try it and went, okay, I need a bowl. This is really flavorful. I don't know what you did, but I need a bowl. So I'm going to count that as a win. All in all said and done, it was about 3 hours of cook time. So plan accordingly if you're going to make it. We started it a little bit early, not knowing how long it was going to take. It's only like 4 o'clock right now, so we might have to look for dessert later tonight, which we might make a video on. You never know. So please try this. It's very good. And until the next time I decide to cook for you, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you later. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. Bye-bye.